you want to keep all of this stuff in perspective, right? But I know it's an interesting seeming, it seemingly a contradiction where what we're doing is supposed to be fun, and yet it's life or death, right? We have to sort of bridge those two worlds. So I get it. So yeah, you're really right now into figuring out, for you, it's all about the pressure. How tight should it be? How loose? And of course, that question seems relevant, right? And you mentioned Dick would say it's firm, comfortable, and constant in the guide. Well, you'll find out it is, you know. But as I was explaining, and I explained that Marie once said to me, "Yeah, you should be able to pull the stick out of the hand." And I think I ran that by Dick, and he said, "Yeah, you know." But when we're flailing around on toms, perhaps we're a little more firm, so we don't end up with this stick disappearing. And as I explained, Dick Wilson would applaud you for dropping a stick, because that meant you weren't clutching. That was an indication of you going in the right direction. Right? And then you're talking about being on the gig and contemplating what it is you're learning about this technique as you're trying to play music, right? And I told you, I called Dick Wilson from the gig. He said, "Kevin, just because I was hurting my index finger playing traditional at the time, a really loud gig with a 6-piece band, you know, at a big venue, and I couldn't calling him on the break. And, Kevin, what are you doing thinking about that while you're playing music? Just throw the stick down the well, whatever that means." And as this comes along, I go, yeah, I guess it could be true, you know. But using these metaphors, what is, as you said, what is firm, comfortable, and constant? It's a good start, but you can be firm, comfortable, and constant here and not be using this 3-finger technique. You can be firm, comfortable, and constant and pulling with your fingers. So it's this 3-finger grip relationship, right, that you need to get together. And you'll know that you are understanding or feeling the amount of pressure necessary when you're successful at executing whatever it is we're working on.
That's not how it works.
And then what you want to do is you want to try to memorize what it was you were doing at the time. Maybe watch it in the video. That's why these videos can be helpful, because you can go back, and when you're successful, you can really study what it was that, not what I was saying, but what you were doing. Because it means you were feeling it at the time. And then you want to try to connect those things.
I know.
Your feelings with. No.
I know what you mean. It's like we come to the lessons, right? And you were obviously very, you know, you scrutinize things. That's great. That's exactly how it should be, right? Because you're like, you know, you remember like on the last one, you're like, oh, you're putting your finger a bit too much like this, is more like this, or like I was noticing that my finger was slipping like this, and I do feel, okay, so how do you fix this? Just grip more, just grip harder. But then I'm like, and then I kind of feel it's feeling a bit harder, and that made me think maybe it's not really the pressure, maybe it's just the directional where I'm applying the pressure, if that makes sense, not so much just the pressure per se. You get the point, right, Kevin? That's the thing. I'm just trying to work it out. It's just hard to work it out just by experimenting, if that makes sense, right? But on the flip side, I'm like super conscious. Like every time I was practicing on these bloody 2 weeks, I was literally my eyes just on my left hand at all times, looking at my grip all the time, right? Because I'm like, I can't go back to just doing that, because then I'm just feeding on the whole way of doing it before and not how it should be.
Well, that's very good. You're conscious, right? You're actually noticing. See, that's what it's all about, is noticing.
Okay.
You're playing like this, and you don't notice it. You'll always play like this, but now you're noticing. And now you're going through, as Dick Wilson would say, you're going through the anxiety of growth. And it's bedeviling, I get it. We've all gone through it. We really have. And so you're right where you should be. Right? Now, so let's put this stuff into practicum.
But thank you for that.
What's that?
Thank you for your answer.
Oh, you're welcome. We were talking before I turned on the video, so there was a bunch there. But yeah, pardon me. So let's see. Something as simple as we started with playing alternating flams with no metronome. And that was about teaching you emotion and the idea of the Murray Spivack single stroke. And so we're really concentrating, as I pointed out to you and made mention of in your prescription, your lesson, your script, as Dick would say. I made mention that the gig is about letting the stick tap from parallel. Right? That's what we're looking to do. We're looking to get. And for me, playing in this script puts me in closer into, there's more searching going on because I'm not as familiar with this script. So in real time, I'm relating to what you're saying. Richard Martinez would say, and it would really kind of drive me nuts, you have to think of everything. And it's true. What happens at a certain point is there are certain salient aspects that, for whatever reason, for my own particular level of development, help me identify getting to it more quickly, right? And that'll change. Right now, you're really into the grip. Good. We'll see where you are at the end of this lesson, but you can never let the grip go just because now you're thinking about another thing that you have to work on. You really do need to think about everything, and after a while, everything becomes nothing.
That makes sense.
Okay?
Makes sense. Yeah.
All right. So go ahead and play alternating flams, and let's see where you are. And if you've got a lot of headroom. Let's take advantage. Let's try to simulate being in the same room together. If that's what you want to do, okay. All right, it's a little better. I see a little less of your pad, but it's okay. Pardon me. Okay, go ahead. Let's see what's going on. Enough talking. Okay, well, look what you're doing right now. You see? Which is cool, because you really, that's what Dick would say to me, Kevin, don't turn this into the whole technique. And yeah, kind of what you're doing, right? Yeah. I've been through this before. You've decided that the grip is everything, and it is a really big part of it, so don't ever lose that. However, and I just started off this lesson by talking about what I wrote down in your lesson, which was that the gig is, we're working on the Murray Spivack single stroke. He thought that in one of the 7 basic strokes was an upstroke, and another one of the 7 basic strokes is downstroke. But then he created a name for a stroke called the single stroke, which was a combination of the two, because it happens so often that he thought it should have its own name. And you're not clicking into that. Not yet. And you had this last week. So we need to drop that stick from parallel. You can either consider it a little turn, or you consider using gravity. See, now it's back. Now you're in a different place mentally.
It's just too many things to focus on, honestly, Kevin.
That's what I meant when the idea of thinking of everything drove me crazy, until you finally accept the fact that it's true. And by accepting it's true, everything will become only a few things. But there'll always be everything. Right? And when you start to feel it, keep going, and you play while I gab, not the other way around. That's Murray's Spivack. Now you really want to concentrate on the left, right in the center. We want to consider the 3-finger grip, but so the idea of dropping the stick from parallel is as important as the grip. Not bad. Not a bad throw. What we really want to do, we really want to concentrate on There, starting to settle in for me. See, I really want to come down to the floor. You start to get this and this. You see? Start to get this and this. See, you get this and you get this. And there's a feeling of moving around. So Richard Martinez thing, a fixed point in the universe. So again, I'm focusing on everything right now. Right now, I'm thinking about my grip in my left and how it relates to my grip in my right. Now I'm thinking about getting the bottom of the bead and dropping the stick. And now I'm starting to come down to the floor. Okay? There it is. See that thing, Raph? Don't play. You see the feeling of going around a fixed point in the universe. Oh, there it is. See if I can get it. There it is. You really get that feeling of moving around a fixed point in the universe. You won't get that if you don't follow this particular series of instructions. You have to drop it, and by dropping it, you get that up, and it feels like you're moving around that fixed point, which is at the floor. Okay, see what's happened? You see what's happened? Your left is better than your right now. Your right is starting to stop up here. Pardon me. Okay, so here's another thought. See, it's pretty good, right? Really in the right direction, so that, as Carlos would say, when it was actually a student that I know who would come in just after Carlos's lesson with Dick Wilson, and so Carlos, don't play for a second, in his discussion in the Richard Wilson Modern Drummer article, mentions, because you know what, their student came in after my lesson with Richard Wilson and asked me, so are you working on like groove? Are you working on this technique? And he'd say, well, it's all connected. He goes, by working on a 5-stroke roll, I find that my right hand on the hi-hat feels really good, and then something like this. loosely paraphrased, and that by getting a backbeat in a 5-stroke roll, I can get the backbeat to be really snappy. It's got to come to the floor. It's got to have all these elements that you're working on right now. Look, it's a single stroke. You see it? So if you can't do this, there, alternating flams. Now we put them together, in a sense. We're not putting alternating flam together, but we're moving in the same way. It sets us up to be able to play a really nice groove with a snappy backbeat. I can't remember quite what he said about what the way his hi-hat hand feels, but it all connects. So when you don't come to the floor, because that was one of my problems. See, I've had all the problems you're having, essentially. A little different, but grip problems, arm problems, problems with being able to meditate for long enough periods of time to actually calm down enough, quiet the mind down enough to be able to start to recognize these things. Been through all of that. And so I was walking a couple days. I was like, because this stuff is like as easy as walking, and it's true. The next time you're walking, or you have a minute to contemplate walking, if you are on a walk or walking from here to there, you'll notice that you're making the motion. You're leading with the ankle, and then you, I don't know how this, it's a little different because the leg swings forward, but you can see it. Right? We're just walking. Just walking. You'll notice that there's a pronation in the ankle. You'll notice that the heel seems to want to arrive first, and that the front area of the foot comes down in the way that I'm describing a throw. A little different because a throw can have more cocking towards. We can really get it going, but it's the same, essentially the same concept. It's all a lever system, right? And so not coming, because I didn't get coming to the floor for forever, right? Not coming to the floor would be like walking, would be like walking and not putting your foot down. Maybe you could have people moving beside you, putting something underneath so that your foot finally made contact with something. And then you could lift up again. And if you put it down, they'd have to put something there. It's like akin to that. It's impossible to walk if you don't put your foot down, right? That's what this is. But there is no pavement. There is no actual terra firma to plant your foot. So now we have to imagine, and this goes back to you were saying, it's impossible to do this, remember? Sorry, I'm going to bring that up. It's impossible to go up and leave it right here. How can I do it? It's like, but essentially, if you walk, you'll notice, you're right, you're on a floor, so it feels like it's easier to do this, because you can push down now. Now we have to learn the control to simulate that, and it'll feel very much like it. We go up as though we're pronating as we're walking, right? And we have the grip. See? Don't forget that. And then we want to come back all the way to the floor. There, all the way to the floor. And it always has this feeling like the stick goes to here. So you're going to need two hands to do this. You're going to need your other hand as well once you mimic what I'm doing. Okay. So you've come up to here, and then the stick is going to go like this and end up here. Come back. No, it's got to. No, I'm not doing that. Copy me. I'm kind of giving it to you, and your mind is drifted off somewhere. Been there too. You'll be hard pressed to find an aspect of trying to figure this technique out that I haven't gone through, if that helps. Stick goes like this. You're not holding it like this. I'm holding it with two hands. And I'm going like this. And then I'm going like this. And it has to get back to here. Right to here. So do that. And however, yeah, you okay. How are you going to get it back to here? Yeah, how did I do it? I went like this, and I moved this hand up, and I went like this. I didn't quite do that, but nope. And we're doing this, two hands. So there's kind of a grip here, huh? Nope. Have a little bit. No, come on back down. See, that's where you start. You can have a little grip, or however you want to do it. And we're just bringing that up. Okay? However you want to bring that up. Now you need to get the stick to follow this path back down. What the gig is, it's got to end up flat like that. You're not feeling that. So who cares about the pressure if you can't get back to here? Because the pressure is something, but you're not uncoiling. You're not allowing the system to really function efficiently. So you're not fully relaxed. So now show how it comes down. Oh, something like that, right? I'm kind of guessing too, because I would hold the stick to, let's see, so it's going to do this. So this comes down. Look how the butt end moves. Doesn't it? Let's see. And you end up here. Do it again. Let me see. How would it come down? Not bad. Something like that. My bead isn't coming up quite as much as yours, because remember, the whole stick is in motion, coming down as it's like that, so you don't feel that at the end. That's what you need. That's you putting your foot down on the ground. You got to be there, or it's as though you can't walk. And we can fake it because we're playing drums and we're not walking. Walking, I don't know how you fake it. If you don't put your foot down on the ground, you ain't going anywhere. So you haven't, remember, you didn't get this part. Look how much we came up. We really had this. The stick went like this, then it went like this, and then it went like that. There it is. Are you at the floor? Yeah, it was pretty good. Come on. Come on, let that come down so you get real flat at the end. Not bad. Feel like your butt end's a little high. No, butt end's got to come down. And what I feel is, I feel this anti-cubical fossa area. Like, yeah, this area has to move, but we're not moving it from the bicep. But it will move because as things fall, this has to uncoil. Meaning this joint, this fulcrum, has to do nothing. So let that uncoil. There, you're at the floor. And now, see, you have to think of everything. Now you're going to watch my forearm and connect it to, because you're feeling it. You have this. We have a grip. Don't forget that. And then watch my forearm. That's it. This really unravels all the way to back where it started. This feeling is here. Now I'm so low. Now you're at the floor where it really feels easy to get that tap. If you come all the way to the floor, it's really easy to get that tap. Oh, see? I got to come all the way down. There it is. See? I'm working on it too. I have to think about it. And when you feel it, it'll become kind of obvious. Oh, that wasn't a good one. See if I can get it. There. The stick feels so flat. Feels like that. And then leveraging up at an angle is easy. But if you're not starting from a real flat position, it always feels weird. You got to get this part of it. You've lost that. Come on, you got to get up to here. Like that. And then let it unravel and get to the, like that. Really let the forearm unravel so you end up at the floor flat. There. Now put alternating flams together. and do that in both hands. And that's the subtlety of getting it. Once you feel that, the speed will come. Once you lock into that, it becomes very easy. All the way, let that forearm unravel, not the bicep. Or like gravity. It's reacting to the turning of the wrist to the ceiling, or the cocking of the wrist, as Murray would say. No, you got to drop the stick because you've lost your model. The model wasn't this, Raf. The model wasn't this. The model isn't this. See, there's a whole extra motion here you're doing. The model is this. When you go to walk, this is why walking can be helpful. When you go to walk, you see. Yeah, you don't lift your foot up and then push it. You don't turn your ankle, lift your foot up, press with your ball of your foot down on the ground, and then pull. You just simply pronate. Then it comes up a little and you've landed at the floor. Then you pronate again. You're not walking. Are you getting that? Mm-hmm. Right? You don't turn when you walk, I'm not going to walk. Maybe I should. I'm not going to walk. Well, maybe I'll show you another way. The things we do for drums. Oh, let's see. I move this. All right, so we're walking, right? If we were walking, we're walking. Look, I'm walking. All right, you see? I hope that's in the shot. We're walking. We're walking. I don't do this. Oh, how would you do that?
I get it. I understand that.
We roll forward and come and look. This area of the leg has the same looseness as the elbow, the antecubical fossa area. It's real relaxed. And I don't have to like lift my whole leg up. I'm not. I pronate. It gets the whole thing going. I don't know how the leg swings forward. That's another area of study. There you go. Walk, man. Walk. Don't lift it up. Walk. And then you'll have the ability to run, won't you? Now you can run. You might be able to speed that up a little. If you can really do what I just said, that'll go faster and faster. You're just going to run a little faster. Nothing's going to get tighter. If you can help it. There are forces at work, but come on, you got to walk. You got to drop it down. There. Feel that? Have that feeling? Don't use how high you come up. Don't change your gait. You'll start to wobble when you walk, right? It has to be this consistent thing. We're just walking. Come on, you really got to get, remember your guide, your model. It came up to here, came up to here, so you have to come up. You can't do this now. Look, I'm doing it right. Look, I'm walking. Look, everything's, no, you have to be nice. You got to walk. You have to walk. Okay, better. Now, that's as important as the grip. And by the way, how tight or how loose were you? You weren't even thinking about it, but you were successful. Stick flying out of your hands, or you're pretty much in the right place there. Okay, now, to what extent you're in the right place, we'll know, because now that you're feeling that motion, now we would want to see, now we can determine if the grip is working. You see? Can't have one without the other. It has to be everything. Okay, so now let's take, do you have the flap? Do you have the, let's see. How would we do that? I had you throwing for doubles. at 76. So let's do that. Metronome on at 76. Now we're going to test, you see, because having the correct grip with weird arms or weird legs so that you're not walking properly, you can't run the 100-yard dash and have any success. Right. But now we've got right. Now we've got that Murray would say that. Don't runners do this before they run? They don't do this. They kind of do this, don't they? Go ahead and do that, just for fun. Murray actually said this to me. Come on, shake it out. It's from the wrist. It's from the wrist. Copy me. No, come on, let the arms hang down here. See, I'm at the floor. I want to feel well grounded. Okay? I'm just down here, and I'm flicking. I'm kind of half turned over. Notice, really copy me. For whatever reason, I'm just because I don't think they do this. I think they do this. More of an almost traditional grip. Now I'm here at the side. Not bad. A little more. Oh, look how my fingers are open. It's nice and relaxed. Just do this. No, just this. Now I am using my bicep. It's like now we're getting into arms and shoulders. We're into the forearm. No, I have to lift your forearms up and then let them down and they'll move your wrists. Fingers stay open. Look, they don't get close. I'm not doing anything like this. I'm just flicking. Come on. Yeah, there. Flick. Come on, let the fingers hang. You're trying to get them loose. We don't want to. They're not doing what you think they're doing. They're open the whole time. And you're flicking them. You're flicking your wrist. Yeah, come all the way down. Come on, you can do it down here. Do it down here. Dick would have, Murray had you often play standing up. You get more of this feeling. Come on, flick. No, come on, bring it up and flick. Bring it up and let it drop. Almost. There you go. Flick it. It comes all the way to the floor. Come on, flick it down. If you were holding something too heavy, you'd pull your arm out of your socket. But we're not holding anything too heavy. There you go. Come on, yeah. You can come all the way up and flick it. Come on, let it really come down. It'll straighten out. The whole arm will straighten out, won't it? Like you're throwing your arm off your body. Come on, throw your arm off your body. There. That's the floor. You got to come all the way down. You don't wait up in the air thinking you got to let it go. Let it go. Here you can really feel it because you're literally coming all the way to total extension of the arm. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to test the throw. We're going to test the grip. Okay. So 76, and you're going to first throw for singles to each click. Now, it gives you the perfect opportunity to work on the motion. There's forward potential. See, you're not coming to the floor. You're stopping in the right, for instance, just the stick I'm looking at right now. And it's a little bit like this. It's not here. There. Now you can walk. Now you can roll forward on the ground. You don't come to there, you can never roll forward. You have to roll forward all the way up, though. Come on. Oh, butt end's too high. You're not at the floor. It's that subtle. Oh, there. Come on. There it is. Do you feel that feeling? There you go. Come on. All the way down. There you go. Now, it bounce for 2 notes in each hand, where it's going to be 1 rebound. 2 notes for rebound. You come to the floor with that grip. You have to come all the way up and all the way back down, like you're actually walking. The singles, let's just tap back into the motion. Because without the motion, that won't really work. And now I have to focus on my left. Which, by the way, when I'm playing traditional, I also have to think about it. I'm not saying I don't think about it when I play traditional. I do. we want to come down to the floor. And this is out of position for tradition. Just for singles. There, I feel that. There, right down to the floor every time. And let it bounce twice. Da-da, da-da. Now we're going to play this as quarter note triplets. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 2. No, just singles. We've got to get the throw at this speed. You see, don't rush ahead. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. A 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Singles, just singles. No. Just 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So just playing singles. We want to make the motion. It's all about the motion. A rebound is nothing. But either is the motion. You're not really coming to the floor in the right. A little bit. See? Left's not coming there. Almost. Come to the floor. Let that forearm unravel. On, you're coming to the floor. The right. There's not. It's too fast for you, maybe. Come on, all the way to the floor. You also have to come up. Now you've lost the up motion in the right. Almost. I know. Hey, this is tricky. I have to concentrate on it. Almost. Are you walking in the right, or are you landing up in the air so you can't put your foot down to move forward? There's plenty of time to wait. Not as fast as you think, even though it's a little challenging at this speed. Almost getting there. Almost. And a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a, there it is, 1 and a, now let it bounce, 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a 2. I don't like my left. I'm going back to singles because I don't like my left. It was there for me. Oh, there's my left. There it is. See, look. 1 and a 2 and a floor. Look how long I'm waiting. Floor. Yeah. Something like that. And if you watch Louis Belson's video with Murray, he's often throwing for doubles. Okay, so there's plenty of time to wait. You can look down and see it not moving. It's at the floor. Try it. No, get the singles first. You'll never get that without the singles. You gotta get, no, you're not, the stick is only doing this, Raph. It's only coming to here and barely getting to the floor. You need to get the stick from here to here. Don't force it, just make the motion. Come all the way to the floor, all the way to the floor, all the way to the floor. There you go. Come on. No. Oh, there you go. Come on, get the top, get the up part. Up part has to be there too. Plenty of time to come up and down, up and down. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. All the time in the world to do this. Almost. There you go. Are you waiting at the floor, or are you just popping up right away? Are you in time? Count out loud.
1 and that, and 3 and that, and 1 and that.
Oh, there you go. Oh. Now watch at this speed. 1 and 2 and watch at this speed. Watch me. It's really good. You have it down at the slower speed, and you've had it here too a few times. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and here's my metronome on it. 76. Let's see. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Look how flat that is. Look at all the time it's flat. And 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and flat. Flat, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Look, it's like 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Yeah, it doesn't go come up right away. It comes to the floor. Like when you're walking. And you're at the floor for a minute. Now, if you're sprinting, then it will start to look more like that, but you always come to the floor, and then you're off more quickly. At this speed, 1 and 2, if you were to walk, I don't know if you ever count steps relative to your breathing. I don't know if you're a walker, but I do that. How many breaths per... Look, we're just walking. You see how long it stays down? It doesn't go like this. How could you? Because then you'd have to hold your whole leg up. Try it again. It's this speed. How long you say your right's not staying down? It goes up, up, literally up right away. There it is. It's got to be flat on the ground. No, it's got to wait on the ground. There it is. There it is. Oh, come on, you have to wait at the ground. Wait at the ground. Wait at the ground. And then, come on, whip it up. Whip it up. Snappy. But you have to wait at the ground. Almost. No, you have to wait at the ground. Oh, watch. You got it. There you go. It's snappier, isn't it? Now you're getting it. Wait. Wait. You have to make that motion quicker. You got to get up, all the way up and all the way down. And you have to wait at the bend. And then it becomes snappy. Isn't that what Carlos said? Come on, wait. When you're not waiting, you're just yanking it up. There it is. Whip. Whip it. Whip it. Whip it. Come up a little higher, but that's good. You got it. Come on. You got to wait. There it is. Now, okay. Were you thinking about pressure? Maybe. Now we're going to find out. Can you let it bounce twice? The pressure will be pretty good if you can get it. You have to wait at the floor. Yeah, you're thinking about it now. Let me try. Let me see how long. Shouldn't it? Okay, it feels more powerful, doesn't it? I know you feel that. It's more snappy. Dick would say it. Carlos said it in print. That could be a really snappy backbeat. That's what you're hearing when you hear Vinny and Carlos recorded. You'll actually hear that if you know what it is. Go ahead.
Would you try that it's always snappy? Meaning that the motion is not like slow. It's always you wait for as much as you can, and you can just do this.
Well, but it can be snappy and slow. Let's see. Don't play. Let me think about what you just asked me. It's just the motion.
It doesn't feel snappy to me.
The motion is always snappy. It's the motion. It's inherently snappy. See? Still snappy. Or it's snappy thusly. So you're getting that feeling. Now, I have to think about this for you because it would seem to me intellectually that if you're making a throw for one in each hand, and then you're just going to introduce a double, that wouldn't change the rate of speed of the throw. Let's see if I'm right. I want to be sure. I'm pretty sure. I said 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Wait, 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 there's always that feeling. It's a little, it's relative to how fast you go. So this amount of time you wait before you go back up, and you see, it's somehow naturally, it's mathematical. It fits in with the laws of the universe, doesn't it? It's kind of neat. It's how we walk. It's how the body moves. That's what Murray would say. He's like, I'm not teaching you anything you haven't done since the day you were born. This is what he means. I mean, are you walking or are you doing some weird thing? Because I'm a drummer, and this is whatever stuff is up in your head. This is a drum. This is how you... No, drumming is connected to things natural on the planet. Okay? So you're feeling it. Do it again and see if you can go from singles with that motion and turn it into doubles and not change the motion. You need to have that time at the floor. That's the beauty of it. Now you're at the floor, it can bounce. You're down there. You're not yanking it up. Cool, isn't it? I need you to play in time, though. The metronome will guide you. Use the metronome as your teacher. The faster it goes, the likelihood is that you won't come all the way to the floor. Lifting in the right, lifting in the right, up, has to stay there. Get it in singles first. Got to come all the way up. So it'll tell you, if you really follow this protocol, you'll know how fast to come up. Got to come, the butt end has to get to a place and then flatten out. You can't cheat on how much you bring the butt end up to change the speed of the throw. There it is. Now you have to wait. There it is. Wait, 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 wait. Come to the floor and wait. There it is. Be settled at the floor. Turn it into doubles and keep waiting like that. Wait, wait, wait. You can throw later. The motion isn't an upstroke here. It's alternating flams. Oh, you lost it. There you go. Okay, so you're there. Okay, now let's try this. You got it. You felt it. You understand it now. Pressure becomes kind of obvious, doesn't it? You have to hold the stick. You have to have a grip. And was it so tight that it didn't bounce? No. It's probably pretty good. Making the motion? Yeah, felt better too. Okay, so now we're here. Let's see. So we're quarter triplets. 1 and a 2 and I have to concentrate just like you. Grip. Am I getting the butt end to come up the same every time? However high I decide, it'll affect. There it is. Still going to wait at the floor. See how solid that is? I'm right at the floor. You can almost see it. 1 and a 2 and 1 and a 2 and up, 2, up, 4, and a 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and there it is, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. Now it almost becomes a roll. 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and that time I didn't like my right. 1, and 2, and there it is. How's my grip? Look, all my other fingers are up. It's working. A little hard to pull the stick out, a little. I can feel that. There's a little pressure on there. I'd get a splinter if the stick wasn't smooth. Will there be a little more pressure as you're turning that high and going that? Maybe. It's very relaxed. I'm not freaking out. I just have a 3-finger grip. I want to stick to it. First, you have to get the motion. So you're going to play 8th notes. Now comes the real challenge. Can you do that? You have to come to the floor. There's still plenty of time to wait. There's more time than you think. But then it has to come all the way up to where we decide. There it is. There it is. Your left hand, nice palm down. Don't go into half turned over in one hand and not the other. Try to create a mirror image. Just yanking it up in the right. That's a little better. No, now the left isn't coming all the way up. You're not throwing that fast. You're used to really making that motion. There it is. Oh, that's where you'd stop. And everything's back where it started. Not crazy about your left. I want you to flatten out the left. Look, they're different. Your left is, show me your left. Now we're talking grip. Show me your left grip. Hold it up. I can tell your thumb's way far forward. Show me your right grip. No, don't get upset. Better. You don't have to, and by the way, you don't have to do this with the middle finger. Raf. Don't get upset. It slows you down. Don't look, that's ridiculous. Notice I don't look like this. It's laying in there. I don't have to do this. So just there's a little. It's creating a little. It's a saddle. Murray call it a saddle, or it's a candy cane, or the bottom of a British umbrella does that. But look, how bent is that? Look at it. I don't need to do this. See, that's the pressure you don't want. There really is no pressure. It's laying in the hand. That's what you're not getting. Once you realize that, right? It's laying in the hand, isn't it? Go ahead and hold it just with the middle finger. Take your other fingers off. Come down to the floor so you're in position down at the floor. That's what you never want to feel. See? Okay, how close is that? Now put your first finger and thumb on. There. See, it's just kind of laying in there. You don't pull up. Yeah, look how beautifully your knuckles are all lined up. You should see that when you watch back. You'll see that your knuckles are all aligned. That's perfect. Perfect. Can you pull the stick out a little? No, wait, stay with me. Come on, get to the floor. You lost your floor. There. Now, can you pull the stick out a little? Pull it out with your other hand. Go. Okay, see here, you're not even playing, so you've got a grip. It's there.
Can we try the same with the left?
Yes, that's what we're about to do.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and make your candy cane, or however you want to refer to it. Okay, can you do that as much palm down as possible? It's a little hard, I know it. It feels like you can feel it rolls more towards that meat of the finger in between the first and second knuckle. If you roll into palm down, it kind of rolls more to the tip. You feel that? Okay. That's forever. That'll always be like that. So we want it to be as palm down as possible. So give me palm down as much as you can before it falls. It's got to lie in the hand, right? Laying in the hand, laying in that middle finger, isn't it?
Of course, if I continue, then it's just going to roll over. Yeah, okay, got it, yeah.
The stick is being countervailed by the palm, right? Because if you didn't have the palm, it would just go forward. But it bumps into the palm. We have it right there. Look, you can even do this. Go and do this. Go and do this. No, don't play. Take your, yeah. Just wave the stick. Come on, you have to lift it up a little. Go, copy my speed. Up, down, up, down, up, down. There you go. Do you have to clutch with the first finger? If you clutch with the middle finger, if you do, you'll pull the stick up. You won't be at the floor anymore. Okay, so let it lay in the hand. And just do this. You'll feel an honest to goodness wrist turn. Okay, just a little. Just I'm barely moving. Look, I'm just doing this. Go ahead now. Put your first finger and thumb on. Okay, it's laying in the hand. Or just doing this. Look at your knuckles are all lined up just like the other hand, and your palm down. Yeah, and you're at the floor. That's the shit. Can you pull the stick out now? Let's completely duplicate the experiment. You can, for me too. Once I get this thing going, and I feel it making impact, now can I pull it out? There's a little more, it's a little more tacky feeling. You don't need that stuff that they sell so you can make your fingers all sticky. You don't need to tape your stick, your sticky tape. You need to do that, which is doing nothing. It's just laying in there, isn't it? It's ridiculously simple. Good, beautiful. Now, can you do that? You're feeling that. You got to come all the way up. You got to get that stick to move in the way that I modeled for you. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the grip. There you go. See, I know that that's a little new and it might feel just a little different. It should feel different because it is different. But it works. It really will work because now the stick will bounce and you're in palm down. So because you're in palm down, you can make a motion up and down. Go ahead, metronome at 76, playing eighth notes. This is challenging. It's hard. It's hard. I'll give you that. It's fast for where you are. This is new to you. Floor, get that butt end down. Start at the floor. That's where you need to come down to. Remember, you got to come down. Go. Eighth note. Stop. Stop. You weren't noticing. You didn't notice that your first right only came up to about here. No, it's really, you're going to have to move more quickly through the stroke. It's got to come up to here and back here. How long are you waiting? You're coming up too soon. It's more snappy than that, isn't it? You're coming up too soon. You've lost your, there you go, almost. Come on, you got to come all the way up. There it is. Whack, 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 whack. Turn it into doubles. Doubles. Just turn this. Keep your 3-finger grip. Remember how it feels. Nope, you're not staying at the floor. Go back to singles. Memorize how long you're staying at the floor. How long this stays flat. Oh, too soon. Wait. There. You have to wait there. Figure out how long. How long can you be here before you go? Bap! Whack! That ends all the way down. All the way down.
I was already like this. This is the problem. Look at my left.
Yeah, we'll fix it.
Not to do this, and it has to be more like this.
It's fine. Yeah, that's what you want. You want to be in that position when you land. That's the position you're coming back to. You didn't bring the butt end up enough. Good, now nope, you didn't bring it up enough. You know you didn't. There you go. You don't get to stop. There'll be no time to stop. Where you want to stop is at the floor. The floor. There it is. There it is. Come on, wait at the floor. That's looking good, dude. Coming along. Come on, put them together, but wait a little longer at the floor. Wait, there it is. So this is going to happen. There it is. You have to wait at the floor a little longer, Raph. Wait at the floor a little longer. There it is. See how much more settled that feels? Turn it into doubles. Wait at the floor that long, turning it into doubles. Don't wait longer. Wait longer. Okay. All right. All right. All right. You look like a different drummer. You're just. You're in that Buddha position, waiting at the floor, not searching up in the air, wondering why can't I walk? What's wrong with the earth? It must be round. No wonder I can't walk. Okay. That's it. It really it seems kind of simple, doesn't it? But it's just it's a matter of which you've been demonstrating and describing to me in your contemplation away from seeing me, is you're noticing, not all the time, more and more. Every time I start to help you recognize that you don't stop noticing one thing while you're busy thinking about this thing. You do have to think of everything, and you did.
Complicated, right? That's the point.
What's that?
Difficult, right? There's too many things to focus at the same time, right? It's a lot of multitasking then.
I just doubled your IQ. Turning off the camera.